I want to speak about identity, culture, my identity, my culture, my origin, my languages, and why I'm all for usage of Italian words when you speak Italian. That should be something one takes for granted, but unluckily enough, that doesn't happen in Italy. When you hear radio, television, people, it's very, very common to hear English words mispronounced, having another meaning, and where there is the matching Italian word many times, other times in a concept introduced by Americans or the Anglo-Saxons word. But I'm a huge fan. I don't know if I can use this word. I'm all for good English, and it's a language that has a lot of a huge vocabulary. People think the opposite because they just don't know English well enough to judge the language. So Italians have a bad opinion of English, but they use English words so much. I, as a speaker of English and as a speaker of Italian, and as a speaker, an Italian speaker who lived in English-speaking countries, I developed a different respect and love for the Italian language. Like I have a huge respect and love for the English language, a much maligned language that everybody, I don't know, there's a really sick relationship between Italians and the English language. I'm using English right now for to stress out that English is my language as well as Italian is my language. Living in Italy, I need to cultivate, so to speak, English. Otherwise, you lose touch. You are not so fluent, even if English is your main language. But living in a place using the local language on a daily basis, you lose, so to speak, lose track of your own language. You don't actually forget, but you don't have the right word, the felicity, let's say, the right word at the right moment. Even your own native language has to be cultivated. To, uh, you need not to take for granted that you speak the language. So, I, having lived myself this in places where they speak different languages. I also lived in Greece, and yes, Greek. I learned Greek. Uh, I know one thing or two about the psychological thing that happens in the minds of people. I know that the problem with the inflated use of English words in Italian is mostly due to the way Italian perceive English, the what we call Anglosphere, the part of the world where people speak English. And in this period, this Anglosphere is the part of the world that's basically attacking Russia. And I don't like that at all. But we don't have to, we shouldn't think that Americans and British people are completely for this attack on our civilization, the European civilization, the European economy. I think America is a one, yes. America is, how to put it, a wounded animal. They feel that they are losing strength, and a wounded animal is more dangerous. So we should, we Italians should step back and watch the part of the world where they speak English, not at like superior people, lucky people who already know English. That's subservient. How is it? Servile attitude. That aptitude. Sorry, I always yes. For many people, English is the status language. It's not a good language. It's the language that people in power, knowledgeable people, people who have money speak. Okay, and that is completely wrong. This subservient attitude, it's completely crazy. Anyway, I wanted to say these things in English because, as you can hear, I cannot hate, dislike, or attack the language, my language, the language I speak, the language I use also to think, to work. No, I cannot. I actually, my problem with English is the tendency of anglicize the word linguistically, and the Italian inclination to, so to speak, lick the foreigners' boots. Okay, goodbye.